This is Detective Rachel Scott with your briefing for today. When my team and I arrived here at Cinnamon Hills Forest, we were happy to be able to say that we found the missing hiker, Mia Hansen. There were 4 people who told me that they saw her fall into this hole in the ground. I am about to interview all 4 of them, collect their witness statements. As soon as I've collected their statements, I am going to hand you their case files so that you can take the next step, decide which witness you want to pursue next, and then it's up to you to finalize the evidence, the information, and decide which story do you want to write. Hi, my name is Alexa, and I was at the trail because I wanted to get some new photos for my blog. You see, I just signed a sponsorship with Hiker Gear, and it was such a beautiful day. I brought my camera and my lens, you know, the fancy one, not just the iPhone. So I was getting ready for the perfect shot when I noticed all that ugly yellow netting in the way. So I just kind of moved it just for a minute, and then I got repositioned. And then I heard these hikers come running up the hill. You know, the kind, the ones who think that kind of exercise is really fun. And they almost knocked me over. And right as I looked back one more time to take my perfect shot, I heard a scream. And that's when Mia, who was trying to get the perfect shot on the other side of me, stumbled and fell in. Hi, my name is Derek. I was at the trailhead that day to work on an art project, a painting. a miniature. I was walking up the trail when these two guys came running up really fast. At first, I thought they were training for something, but then I realized that they might be running from something. I stepped aside to let them pass, and they just ran right past me, but not before I smelled the strong whiff of alcohol. And when I looked back down the path, that's when I heard that scream. It must have been when Mia fell in. Ready for a nice, soothing walk, when these two guys and one girl came up and demanded that I give them all my cash. I said no, but then the girl got really nasty with me and punched me in the face. So I threw my purse at her and ran to my car to lock myself in. They ran away with my purse, which had my phone in it, and as soon as they ran off, I got up the courage to go after my phone, my purse, and I grabbed my phone to call the police, but there was no service. And that's when I heard the scream. And I wondered who else they robbed. Then I got in my car and I drove back down the hill to try and call the police again. Hi, my name is Kev, and I was at the forest that day training for an upcoming marathon. I was breathing pretty hard, but we had to push through. This girl was taking selfies and she yelled at us to stop because she wanted us to get in the shot with her. We ignored her because we were trying to beat our own record, and she seemed kind of weird anyway. We ran past this guy who just jumped out of our way. And we kept going. And then we heard the scream. And I thought, oh, that girl with the camera. Someone made her really mad. I never knew it was the hiker until later. And there you go. We have 4 different statements, 4 different versions of the story. Which one of them is true? Is any of them true? I'm going to enter these into the case files and then I will turn them over to you. It's up to you to decide which one you want to pursue and ultimately write the ending to this story.